Call to order the council meeting for December 4th. Could we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you be so kind as to call the roll for the City Council's successor agency, the Parking Authority, the Finance Authority, and the Housing Authority?
Yes, a quorum is present for City Council, successor agency, Housing Authority, and Finance Authority. And we don't have parking today.
Oh, my goodness. All right, then we won't do that. Could we have any persons that wish to address City Council or any of the other agencies on any item on today's agenda other than the public hearing do so at this time? Okay, with that, we'll close public comment. Item 1, CS1 and H1.
Warrant register.
Allow payment of the bill.
Second. Madam Clerk?
City Council, successor agency, and Housing Authority members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Buds.
Aye. Madam Clerk, what's the next scheduled matter?
The next scheduled matter is a public hearing to consider an ordinance amending the Inglewood Municipal Code to amend parking permit District Number 12 by adding the following streets: Hillcrest Boulevard between Aviation Boulevard and South Hendry Avenue, Isis Avenue between Florence Avenue and Manchester Boulevard, Isis Avenue between 610 feet south of Manchester Boulevard and Hillcrest Boulevard, Hendry Avenue between Florence Avenue and Manchester Boulevard, Hendry Avenue between 600 feet south of Manchester Boulevard, and Spruce Avenue.
And that's going to take more than a public hearing, just reading it. Has the notice of the hearing been given in the time, form, and manners required by law, and do you have the affidavit on file?
Notice has been given, and affidavit is on file.
Have any communications been received on the matter?
No communications have been received.
Is there a staff report?
Mr. Mayor, Louis Atwell, Director of Public Works, will be given that.
Welcome, Mr. Atwell.
Thank you, Mayor. So, Honorable Mayor and Council, I'm not going to name all the streets as the city clerk has already named them, but currently this is a district that is impacted by outside areas of parking. It's a business permit parking district and ensures the availability of some on-street parking spaces fronting local businesses for business owners and to be available for staff. The lack of adequate on-street parking for the employees is an issue, and staff recommends that this permit parking district be amended. That concludes my report.
Are there any persons present that wish to address the council on the matter? Hearing no comment, is there a motion? Oh, I'm sorry, please, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I work for Multichrome on Hillcrest Boulevard, and we would like to have our customers park inside our parking and ask the employees park on the outside. Preference to our customers.
Thank you.
That's one reason for the.
That's
I'm aware of it.
Okay, well, if Eli's aware of it,
Yeah.
no more need be said.
And just to clarify, Mayor, I don't know if you're going to call for our comments or would I quad?
I am.
Right now is good.
Well, not right now. What I want to do is see if there's going to be a motion of further, waive further reading and then ask for comments before the introduction.
Okay.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Council members Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Now, before we introduce, are there any comments pro or con?
Just
Councilman Morales?
a brief comment in regards to kind of the necessity. Staff mentioned correctly that it's an industrial area, really doesn't affect residential, and most of these areas already have been laid out. There are some other zones in the particular area, and these businesses use it, as the gentleman just exactly said, mostly for their customers so that their employees can use the parking area out front, and many which are metered. They don't have to go out and continually move their car or add coins or whatever. So this is appropriate, and I just wanted to clarify that, Mayor.
Well, based on your endorsement, I'll move to introduce.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Consent calendar, items through to 10.
So moved.
Second.
Madam, nope.
Hold on, man. For the amount 22,000.
Amend.
Okay, so the amendment is to what? Oh, 22,687. And
So
I second. Madam Clerk.
Did you say 22,687?
Correct.
Ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye, and since that was specific to 10, I'm going to move the consent calendar items through to 10 again.
With a so amendment.
Yeah, with
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye, 01.
Staff report recommending adoption of an ordinance number 19-02, amending the Inglewood Municipal Code to amend the parking permit district number 14 by adding the following streets to the district: Long Street between 66th Street and 68th Street, and 67th Street between Gay Street and West Boulevard.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second, Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye, move adoption.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye, A1,
Thank you, Mayor. No oral reports.
CM1,
No oral reports from the city manager.
DC1.
I have something, thank you, Mayor. Oh, thank you. The Los Angeles County Register Recorder's Office, along with Common Cause, who is contracted by the county, will host a meeting in partnership with Inglewood City Clerk with our office on December the 11th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. regarding vote centers. The meeting will be held in Community Room A, and the parking is available in our structure. You will learn about vote centers, mobile vote centers, and pop-up centers. Vote centers are at locations. The mobile centers they will go from place to place, and the pop-up centers will go from place to place, but the focus is to show up at events. Another concern that we had, poll workers were concerned where they're going to have jobs, and they're actually going to have more jobs, and because of the extended days and hours. But I wanted to share with you, because I don't believe that I had the opportunity to do that, since this year we had two elections. We had our mayor's race, and we had an election for SB 415 regarding low voter turnout, causing the city's election to be consolidated with a statewide election. And this law was passed by the legislature. The county will now perform the work previously performed by our election consultant, Martin and Chapman. Our office will continue to oversee the county as we did with our election consultants. All other election duties and responsibilities remain with our office of the city clerk, including but not limited to working with our city attorney on voter initiatives when they come up, charter amendments and measures, prepare and present staff reports calling for the election, draft, post, and publish legal notices required by law, develop, assembly, and approve packets for the candidates running for office, examine candidate statements, and examine nomination papers to ensure candidates qualify, help with the approval of the use for vote centers, handle election phone inquiries, troubleshooting on election day when needed. Mayor, you know about that one, right? and Councilman Padilla as well. When charter amendments are approved by the voters, we have to prepare the document to go to the Secretary of State for them to approve it and archive it. And I anticipate a significant increase in constituent services questions and concerns. So please join me on December 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. and let your voice be heard. Voter Centers 2020. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. CT1.
Monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending September 30th, 2018.
Receive and file CT2, all reports by the city treasurer.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to give the Treasury Report as of September 30, 2018. And again, copies of this report is on the table outside that you can review in your leisure. It's roughly about 8 pages that gives a full account of the investments for the September the 30th. Funds invested for the City of Inglewood, total cash and investment is $106,680,474. And the gross investment interest earnings to service debt is $3,023. And the gross investment interest earnings is $62,529. And also like to mention for the City of Inglewood, the funds that was with the state is really like money that's uncommitted funds, and that's at September the 30th, it was almost $42 million. It's substantially larger than that now. Again, the successor agency, the funds investment is $57,158,734, and the gross investment interest earnings is $38,571. Housing Authority, $103,362. Public Finance, $12,532,767. And the gross investment interest earnings to service debt, $9,041. Total funds invested for all 4 entities is $176,475,337. And I'd like to mention the investment interest earnings for the month ending September 30th, 2018 is $62,531. And investment interest earnings for the fiscal year 2017 through 18 to date is $1,354,332. And the gross investment interest earnings that I have earned since I have been treasurer since 1987 is almost $86 million. And keep in mind that when I first took office, the earnings was roughly at about 9.5%, sometimes 10%, but during my tenure, it was as low as less than 1% at times. And the total losses that I've incurred during my tenure is 0. And I'd like to mention also, I just want a special thank you, Mayor, if I could just have another minute, please. Thank you.
You got a minute left.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right.
I just want a special thank you to Thomas Bond and the Social Media Administration for their just extraordinary good job that they did of videoing the the City Treasurer Student Academy program. It was a 4-week program where I brought kids in after school and taught them about finance and city government. And a special thank you to Thomas Bond and his assistants, Helene Overby, and his other staff assistant, Carlos Arrozo. And also, I want to mention also the speakers that we had. Chris Jackson, he brought his team down again and just gave an extraordinary overview of what his department represents and the job opportunities. And just a special thank you to Chris. He's been doing this now for a couple of years. And again, Thomas Bond and his group did just an extraordinary good job in bringing out the key concepts and that sort of thing. And also I want to thank the newspapers who also did a good job in covering the program, and that's the Pace newspaper, who did a really good job on it, and he also did an extraordinary good job in covering the mayor's race. The mayor was all over that paper, so that was a very, very good job. So I want to commend them for that. And
I'm going to give you an extra minute.
Okay. And as I was speaking about the mayor and the extraordinary coverage, I can't since I got all this extra time. But they did do a very good job. He's really never got that kind of coverage in any of the papers. So it was everybody in there was at the event, I think, was there. And also a special thank you to the Observer paper also that covered the City Treasurer Student Academy program. And Inglewood today, I heard from Willie. He said he didn't get the pictures in time, but he'll be covered it this week. That concludes my. Oh, I have 28 minutes left. Is that 20? Oh, let me pull out these other reports.
I'd like to see you go for 28 minutes.
Oh, I can.
I know.
That concludes my comments. Oh, and they also did a good job on covering the clerk, because clerk also, they did a good job on covering the clerk's office, because she gave an excellent overview of her office and what their responsibilities were. You need to check out
Thank
that, check out the video. It's on my website. The video's on my website, so be sure to take a look at that. It's an extraordinary good job done by Thomas Bond, of me and the mayor. That concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer. CSA 2,
Monthly Treasurer's Report for the month ending September 30th, 2018.
receive and file. H2,
Monthly Treasurer's Report for the month ending September 30th, 2018.
receive and file. Adjourn the successor agency Housing Authority. Finance Authorities in session, F1.
A Monthly Treasurer's Report for the month ending September 30th, 2018.
Receive and file, adjourn the Finance Authority. There are no appointments to any boards and commissions. Any persons wishing to address the council on any matter connected with city business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Good afternoon, Council, Mayor and Council. I just would like to invite everybody out to our toy drive this weekend. We'll have it in front of Inglewood High School, and it starts at noon from 12 to 8 o'clock on Saturday the 8th. Also on the 8th, we have Heroes and Helpers, which is Shop with a Cop, and what we're doing is having our local students from Inglewood Unified School District that have perfect attendance. And we have 3 kids per school, so I think it's 12 schools here, elementary schools. We have 3 children per school to come out and shop with the cops. And if we speak Shop with the Cop, now it's called Heroes and Helpers, and it's taking place at Target from 8 to 10 a.m. in the morning. So anybody that know any of the students that go to Inglewood Unified School District, and it might be your child or somebody you know, they'll be honored for perfect attendance.
Thank you.
I'm here because I need some help from you guys, because I leased a building on 205 Nutwood 7 months ago. I got a letter stating that I need to pay his property taxes. And I don't think it's fair that I need to pay his property taxes because, number one, I don't own the building. I'm not buying the building. I'm just leasing the building for my daughter. We put a clothing store in the building. The building was a mess when we got it. We did it. I've done piping there. I've done all the painting. I've done a little bit of plumbing because we had a plumbing issue, and he said it was our problem, me and the girl at 207 Nutwood. He said it was our problem, so we took care of it, even though I felt like he should have took care of it. The water bill is still in my name. I've been there since April. We got the building in April. We moved in May. The water bill is still in my name. And I came here a couple of times trying to get help, but we need some help right now because I don't think it's fair that I got a letter this month and he wants me to pay his property taxes. And I just don't think that's right for me to have to pay his taxes on his building. So I leased his building for but I'm just upset because I leased this building for my daughter. She's 27 years old. We're doing our best to pay that rent on Nutwood, and now he sends me a letter. He sends me a letter saying he wants me to give him $935 this month. $935 for his property taxes. I don't think I should have to pay his. I pay taxes at my own 2 houses that I have. I've had a building in LA for 17 years. I never once paid property tax on somebody else's building, a commercial building at that. I need help. I can't afford to get an attorney. So I've come here. I tried to get this water bill on my name. It's still in my name.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Cheryl McGee.
Okay, Cheryl, is the lease for the building, is it in your name?
Yes.
Okay, in the lease, does it indicate what the responsibilities are for one, the lease, wait a minute, hold on a second, for the lease payment, who pays the water bills and utilities, and any other ancillary payments? Is
Block is in my name. Every building, it's 5 buildings there.
Are you up on Nutwood?
I'm on Nutwood.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, right? Well, here's what we'll do. You're going to talk to mine and city manager's assistant, executive assistant Melanie McDade. She's going to write down what you're talking about. We're going to contact the owner, and we're going to ask for a copy of the lease. We're not lawyers. We're not your lawyers. but we can definitely try and see what, objective reality is, and then maybe we can give you advice as to what you can or cannot do. But it's difficult, sitting here at the mic to give you effective advice, right? So you just stick around after the meeting, and she'll sit down, get your information, and we'll try and see. We can't mediate any dispute, and we can't be your lawyers, but we can try and help you understand what objective reality is, okay?
And one more thing.
Sure.
Right here in Inglewood, the address is 125 Market Street. I went in there last Thursday. I made a $75 purchase at that beauty supply. It's called Basket Beauty Supply. And as I was leaving out the store, the thing went off. You know how the buzzer goes
Sure.
off? So I come back inside
Happens
the
to me
store.
all the time.
And the lady, she wants to wine me. So I told her, no, you can't wine me. I'm 55 years old. I never stole nothing in my life. And I think that we got to do something about these beauty supplies, and I don't see any of the Orientals in the community at this meeting.
But
Why?
here's
They want our
ma'am,
money, but they don't.
ma'am, here's what I recommend. If you go in a place and you're not happy with the service, I just recommend you not go back.
But you guys, that's
no,
violating
but
people's rights.
that's
violating
just the way we're
people's
going to have
rights.
to solve it. All right, so you have a seat, ma'am. Okay.
Alfonso Parker Jr., Vietnam veteran, conscious objector. My number is 323-842-3363. Call me and leave a message as to the nature of your call and relevance to veterans, especially Vietnam veterans, and I'll get back to you. I'd like to, as you know, if you read, the VA has admitted, government, the United States Army, that they have been poisoning veterans since all the way through 71 in Vietnam. Actually before that, but we won't go that in after. This transparency thing they have, we voted for, told all the information, as you know. I saw the aftermath, and they spent 2 years looking at it, investigating before it gets downtown. This transparency is nothing. You got cameras, but you don't have access to them. They do. There is the culprit, and this thing here you have in this city hall meeting where everybody does oral. They've been told, don't put nothing in writing. Kudos to Wanda, because she, sorry to be so personal, but she definitely is the only one in here that has got nerve enough to put something in writing because she knows her stuff. The rest of you, 1 minute,
Wait a
oral
minute.
people.
Wait a minute. Aisha knows her stuff too.
Huh?
Aisha knows her stuff too. Yvonne knows her stuff too.
Yeah.
So come on, hey, now let's be fair.
Hey, whoa.
Okay, all right.
Let me finish, and I'm gonna ask you for another minute.
You got it?
Yeah, go
then
ahead.
we can get into
Go
what you
ahead.
want.
And you know why I'm gonna give you another minute? Because Aisha said you're her friend.
I'm sorry, say what?
Aisha
I'm not
said
your
you're her
friend.
friend.
Don't
No.
never go there.
No, not me.
I
You're
see you in the
Aisha's
street
friend.
and I don't recognize you because of who you are. But
Mr.
to
Parker?
get to what I'm saying, get to what I'm saying. If you want to know what's going on, when you can't get autopsy results from the VA and everything like that, there's something wrong. It's treason. And just because you say now that, oh, we got a new program for the millennium and the veterans going to the VA, treason is treason. I don't care who does it, from the highest of high to the lowest of low. And when it's leapfrogging and continual, there is no statute of limitation on treason in this country. Check your Constitution. You're a part of it, Mayor. Okay? You the culprit, the VA. You do the dirty work. You're the bounty hunters. All of you. And it's going to come down around your head. Unfortunately, we're all suffering for it now. We're going to continue to suffer it until somebody does something about it. They're coming for you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Parker. Okay.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council, and staff. And I guess since nobody else wants to say it, I'm going to say it. Everyone have a beautiful holiday. Enjoy your families. and most of all, have peace and joy and love for the new year. We'll see y'all when y'all come back off vacation. Everybody be safe. Most joy to you and yours. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you. See you next week, Stuart. Okay, with that, we'll close public comment. If there are any council comments, Councilman Dotson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I wanted to start off by thanking my assistant, Alicia Smith, for spending most of her time this week shopping for toys for the kids that we are giving these toys to. It takes a special effort, but she has to actually physically go and do it. So I want to thank her so much for doing that. And I also want to thank everyone who came out for the Christmas wrapping, toy wrapping ceremony. We did this at the ICOP Center, and if you missed it, you really missed it because we had a party. We had food, music, and we danced to the old music and sing and talk, but we still wrapped gifts. We wrapped a lot of gifts. The other thing is I want to thank the AT&T Pioneer Club, President Joyce Roberts, for them helping us with this wrapping. Days when we were at work, they were wrapping gifts. So we didn't have to do much when we got there, but wrapped a few that was left. I want to thank Public Works, Louis Atwell, Alice Frisbee, and the staff for beautifying and remodeling my District 1 Center. You can't appreciate it unless you saw it before. But I tell you, they did a wonderful job. Look at that. They did a great job. They did design and everything. So thank you guys so very much. And I want to make sure I reclaimed all my time. Oh, no, I got 40 minutes.
I'll take it,
So thanks for coming out. And I can't think of nothing else to keep him off my mic, but I guess I'll have to let him go. Thanks for coming out, guys. And we'll see you next week.
Councilman Padilla, District 2. I
Perfect.
can't wait to see the pictures.
Here we go. Hey, step it up, baby. Step it up. So anyway, look, I first off, I want to just remind everybody, this is a busy weekend. So many community events going on. Council members are doing their toy drives, the giveaways. You know, if you can come out and just support any one of our events, we love it. Again, it's all about the city of Inglewood. It's all about our residents and our families and being able to give back. And when I say we giving back, I don't mean us up here. I mean we as a community. So I want to thank everybody ahead of time. That being said, this Saturday from 10 to 2 is our District 2 toy drive. I understand Santa Claus is going to be stopping by to say hi to the kids, or not to, you know, to the adults as well, to welcome them to the toy collection. So again, it's this Saturday, 10 to 2 at the District 2 Community Center. Hope to see you there. The toys will be given away the following Saturday. So this Saturday, we collect them. The following Saturday, we're going to give some of the toys away at the St. John's Chrysostom OFA, One for All, toy giveaway. We're also going to be giving them away to different organizations in and around the city of Inglewood, you know, as well. I'm doing something different this year. I'm in District 2. I'm doing a holiday home decorating contest. So if any of you that live in District 2, your homes are decorated, you want to enter the contest, please do so. Notify my office. I'm giving away certificates for first, second, and third place. Those are gift certificates that first, second, and third place will be getting. Also, this past Saturday, the mayor and I had an opportunity to attend the Winter Holiday Bazaar, which was put together by Milestone Preschool in the 400 block. There you go, Mayor, you're missing it. You're up on stage,
Oh, my
man.
goodness, there we are.
Don't fall.
All right, all
But
right.
Just hold on. But it was a great community event. Again, these are neighbors and residents that are out there supporting each other, through a holiday bazaar, and everybody had a great time. Good to see all the kids out there enjoying that great day. For those that, in District 2, or for just about anybody that drives in Inglewood, we're starting the La Brea resurfacing project. So La Brea will be getting resurfaced from 64th all the way to Florence. So be patient with us. It's a work in progress. So there's going to be times where you get out there, traffic's going to be a little bit controlled chaos, as I say, but we're going to get it done. Following that project, months later, we're going to begin the Centinela project from La Cienega all the way up to Florence. So with that, thank you so much. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Take care.
Councilman Franklin, District 4.
Want to make one quick announcement for those that come to the District 4 Town Hall meetings. For the last two of them we had, you heard me announce that we're going to have Norm's Restaurant on Imperial and Crenshaw coming to the city of Inglewood. It was scheduled to open up in November of this year. However, due to permit issues and some other complications, it will not open up until the summer of 2019. So I just wanted to be made aware of that. And again, thanks everyone for showing up, and be blessed and be safe and healthy. Right, Councilman Padilla?
Morales.
Councilman,
Padilla and Morales. That the bug is out there. Make sure you take your vitamins, get your flu shots, make sure that you take care of your family and be safe, and happy holidays, everyone.
Councilman Morales, District 3.
Thank you. Just briefly like to touch on some of the same things. First of all, our Christmas tree lighting is this Thursday. We hope to see everybody on the South Lawn at 6 p.m. That's right, this Thursday, right? But I did want to take a chance. We're all doing different things. For me, things have evolved, and I work with churches and schools that pick specific families to help. And one thing I want to thank folks that are always ready to help, the sponsors for these type of programs, and we all have them. They show up with everything we need to help in our Christmas program, to help when other families are in need. So I want to say that the Inglewood community is made up of not only residents that are willing to help, but really companies and small businesses that have always stepped up for that, and we're very grateful because they help us all succeed. Outside of that, Mayor, that's all I got. Thank you.
Okay. Just a couple things. I believe, Madam Clerk, the results of the election have been certified. Is that right?
I haven't received from the county the certificate yet, but I've put a call into them. They told me it was supposed to be on Monday, and I called and emailed, and he said I would have it right away, so I'll have to just check. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So when I get back down to my desk, I will see if I received it, because we need to go to council next Tuesday to have the council approve it.
Okay, so the counting of the votes is done.
Yes.
Okay. Well, so anyway, I wanted to make an announcement. The last election was the highest voter turnout in the history of the city of Inglewood. 32,008 people voted, 51% voter turnout. That's higher than the turnout when Barack Obama ran in 2010. It was 44% at that time. Amazing voter turnout. I received the most votes ever in an election in the history of the city of Inglewood. 19,789 people vote. 19,789 people voted for me. Did you want to say something, Madam Clerk?
And it was at the statewide election.
And it was a statewide election. I also want to say that young man in the audience, Brandon Myers, received 1,487 votes for mayor, and I want to applaud him for that. And I mention him only because he's the only candidate that didn't say I was corrupt, so. Oh, I had to do that. I want to close the meeting in the name of several people. First, Jeff Wiles, he's a retired police sergeant from the city of Santa Monica. He was a colleague of Councilman Padilla, then Captain Padilla, and myself. Elizabeth Wells from Second Avenue. She was age 90. She passed this week. Dr. Mayfield, who was a surgeon and a 56-year resident of the city of Inglewood, he moved to Morningside Park in 1962. He's one of the first African Americans to move to the city of Inglewood. And finally, one more thing to do. I wanted to get this number right. I want to close the meeting in the name of George Bush, the 41st President of the United States of America. And I wanted to make a motion to hang the flags at half-staff in the city until his internment, and I wanted to make that motion.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Aye.
Dia.
Aye.
Morales. Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye, and we're adjourned.